When you think about it, life is absolutely everywhere. It's in a single drop of water, it's in the massive canopy of a rainforest. But have you ever really stopped to wonder how it's all organized? Because it's not just chaos out there. Nope. It's this incredibly elegant system, almost like a ladder of complexity. So in this explainer, we're going to climb that ladder together and really see the astonishing order of life.
So, a question that huge? Where do you even begin? Well, you start with the science that's dedicated its entire existence to answering it, a field whose very name tells you everything you need to know.
And that name is, of course, biology. It literally tells you the whole story right there. It comes from two ancient Greek words, bios, which means life, and logos, which means study or reasoning. So biology is, quite simply, the study of life. The people who came up with that name knew exactly what they were getting into.
But modern biology asks so much more than just, what is this thing? It digs way deeper. It asks, how is it built? How does it actually work? How did it evolve over millions of years? Where in the world does it live? And how do we even begin to classify it among millions of other species? It's really a full-blown investigation into what it means to be alive.
Okay, to really get a handle on this, let's go on a little journey. We're going to start with something we all know, a person. And then imagine we shrink ourselves down, diving deeper and deeper through all the layers of organization until we find the very foundation of life itself. And here it is. This is the hierarchy of life. And what's so incredible is how each level is built on the one right below it. I mean, you can't have organs without tissues, you can't have tissues without cells, and you certainly can't have cells without the right molecules. It's just like the most complex set of Russian nesting dolls you could ever imagine, where every single layer adds a whole new level of function and amazing complexity.
And that's it right there, the cell. That's kind of the magic spark. It's the absolute smallest thing that we can properly call alive. Just think about it for a second. A single bacterium is just one cell, but it eats, it reproduces, it responds to its environment. It's the fundamental blueprint for literally every other living thing.
So we've made it all the way to the bottom, the atomic level. And this is where things get really wild. After seeing all that complexity, you'd probably think we're made of some super rare, exotic stuff, right? Well, you'd be wrong. A truly staggering 99% of your entire body mass is made up of just 6 elements. That's it, just 6.
And here they are, life's essential ingredients: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Carbon is the real star of the show here. It's like the ultimate team player, forming the backbone for all the complex molecules life needs. It is just mind-boggling to think that all the incredible diversity of life on this planet is built from such a simple, common chemical toolkit.
Okay, so we've seen the amazing layers of organization inside a living thing. But how do scientists actually go about studying all this? I mean, how do you even explore a world that goes all the way from atoms to entire ecosystems? Well, let's take a look at their toolkit.
First off, because biology is just so massive, scientists have to specialize. You can kind of think of it as having 3 main starting points. You've got botany, which is all about the plant kingdom. Then there's zoology for the animal kingdom. And then you have the completely fascinating world of microbiology, which explores all that invisible life around us that you can only see with a microscope.
And from there, the specializations just get cooler and cooler. You have anatomy, which looks at structure. Then there's genetics, which deciphers the literal code of life, and environmental biology, which figures out how everything interacts with everything else. Each one of these branches is like putting on a different pair of glasses, letting us see a unique and totally crucial part of the puzzle of life.
All right, we've journeyed all the way down to the tiny atom. Now, let's hit reverse. We're going to zoom all the way back out, starting again with that single organism, and see how it connects to the entire living planet.
And look at that. Just like before, we see this beautiful hierarchy. It all starts with one individual. But of course, individuals don't live in a vacuum. They form populations. Those populations interact to create communities. Then, when you add in the physical environment, the water, the land, the air, you get an ecosystem. And finally, when you put all of Earth's ecosystems together, you get the biosphere, our living world. And this idea of an ecosystem is just so important. It really shows that life isn't just about the living things. There's this constant dance going on between the abiotic, that's the plants and animals, and the abiotic, the water, soil, air, and sunlight. Life is shaped by its environment, and you know what? It turns around and shapes that very same environment. It's a total two-way street. So for the last piece of our puzzle, let's connect all the dots. Biology is an absolutely incredible field, but it doesn't have all the answers on its own.
To really solve some of the biggest mysteries of life, it has to team up with other fields of science.
This is really where science gets its superpowers. When you start blending biology with physics or chemistry or even geography, you unlock entirely new ways of understanding the world. Honestly, the most exciting breakthroughs almost always happen at these intersections, where different ways of thinking come together.
For example, ever wonder how your nerves fire an electrical signal? You need biophysics for that. Want to understand the insane chemical factory working inside a single cell? Well, that's the world of biochemistry. And if you're curious why you'll only find kangaroos in Australia, that's a question for biogeography. Each one of these hybrid fields gives us a much deeper, more complete picture of what life is all about.
So, there you have it. From a single, invisible atom all the way up to our entire living planet, biology tells a story of breathtaking order and connection. It shows us that every single level, from the smallest to the largest, is a crucial chapter in the grand narrative of life. The only question left is, what part of that story are you going to explore next?